Hello everyone, Keegan here. Wanted to talk about something that was never mentioned in my channel or anywhere on my social media, but it has been addressed to family members and friends. Most people who have actually heard this do not believe me for some reason. No one believes me saying, "Oh, this never happened to you before." I was one as 8 or 10-ish, yeah, but I can understand why people don't understand. And B, it was so real. It felt so real. Like I have no explanation why this was so real. This is a paranormal encounter, I would say. And for me personally, I think I've personally been in contact years ago. I'm 21 right now. That I was in contact with a Banshee in my own damn house, keep in mind. But, anyways, when I was 8 or 10, I was living with my dad's parents' place at the time because dad was struggling to find an apartment and he was working a job. So he had to stay at his parents' place for a little bit before getting to an apartment with me. So, how my room was set up, my room was kind of like a hallway in some ways. All the way in the far corner, away from the door, farthest away from the door, was my closet. Right in front of the closet was the end table, and then next to that, on the other wall, is my bed. And then all the way at the far end of the hallway, exactly in the middle, not pinpoint exactly, but as close to the middle as possible, was a mirror, which was about as tall as the door. And then right next to it on the right side, farther away from the door, was my touch screen computer that I would play random games on. But my room never, my door, or yeah, my door, I never had a door where my room would begin. I never had a door, I just had curtains. But I remember I woke up, I got out of the bed, stuck my foot down, I turned to face the mirror, and I noticed immediately that I could see a figure in front of the mirror, keep in mind, and I can see both the creature and the mirror, and back from the mirror, I could see the creature. Keep in mind, I never had any form of secondhand smoke. I've never had any form of drugs, nothing. Nothing. I didn't know what caused this. I was afraid of the basement because a part of it did go into a deeper part of the storage room, which barely had a light. It actually had no lights in it. And there was always just something very unsettling with a stuffed animal that always kept guard of the door right in front of my door. So I don't know if it was just that fear or something else. I'm not sure. But what I could remember was this figure was a male. Well, not male, it was female. Pale white skin. As dark of hair, big wavy hair, and as dark as it could be. I remember her clothes were rugged and torn and almost like she was a slave. For me, and I'm not saying that to be racist or anything, I'm just saying It almost looked like they just gave her rags and they drowned her because she never had shoes on. She never had socks. Her hair was flowy, like how your hair is usually flowy when you're in water. And her eyes were closed, but I could tell it was her skin was ghostly white, was what I could remember. And I could feel and I could see it, but at the same time she wasn't standing. No, she wasn't standing. She was hovering on the floor, pretty far up, about, I'm gonna say 3 feet off the floor. She was hovering off the floor. Keep in mind, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know who this was. I've never met this person. I didn't know why me. I remember when I saw her, immediately the color stuck out. When I say color, I mean the entire silhouette, hair, skin, clothes, everything was a weirdly green um color. See through. You could see through her. But that's not the creepy part. For me, because I think I encountered a banshee, this is the part right here. Because I didn't break contact, or I never broke eye contact or anything like that. She leapt from the mirror. When I say leapt, I meant from an instant. Her feet were at the very top of the door frame, of the window frame, and she leapt like she was diving into water. Her fingernails were long and sharp and jagged. Her mouth was contorted and really large and long. Her hair was still flowy and wavy. That's all I could remember from that. Nothing else changed besides her eyes. Keep in mind, I never saw them open the entire time until this moment. They were jet black. No pupils, no iris, nothing. It was jet black. And the thing that scared me the most was the scream. So chilling, so blood curdling. I'm getting a chill right now just talking about it. Just hearing that so loud and in your face, too. I screamed myself. Keep in mind, my dad is right next to me, too. He's right down the hall. He hears me screaming. I bump into my end table and I break eye contact. She never went away when when I had eye contact. Her silhouette never went away. When I bumped into the end table and I broke eye contact, she was about a foot or less away from my face. She was a foot or less away from my face. My dad runs in and asks me, "What the hell is going on? Are you okay?" I said yes, and I tell him what happened, and no one believed me. Some people have said they believe me, but I don't believe that they do. Because I don't think anyone has ever experienced it before. I'm not on any form of medication. I wasn't on any medication. I wasn't on any form of diagnosis. The only thing that they diagnosed me was I am autistic and I have ADHD. Those are the only two. I've never had any hallucinations or anything in my lifetime. I've heard, I've just heard random things here and there, but very, very brief and very, very subtle things. But I've never had anything encountered. Nothing like this encounter was as scary as what I experienced all those years ago, almost 10 years ago. And to this day, I I don't know why me specifically. And it scared me. It still scares me today because yeah, I have no explanation for it. It might be my figment of my imagination, I don't know. But I will never in my life forget how blood curdling and blood chilling that scream was. That alone itself made me think, okay, it might be a banshee because that's the only thing that could scream. But I haven't looked anything up, so I don't remember what my results were. If anyone can explain this to me or just say something about it, please let me know. Anyways, I gotta go. Hope you have a good day today, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.